You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Now there's a stampede. Chaotic scenes emerge amid evacuation order at Trump's fair, based on an article by Alexander Willis. Patriotism as crowd control failure. The source material. A severe weather warning forced officials to evacuate the Great American State Fair and Salute to America event on the National Mall. The Secret Service suspended screenings and told attendees to shelter immediately. Some people complied, several hundred did not. Journalists captured the resulting disorder, and the crowd reportedly only cleared once the National Guard showed up. Who had power? The actual institutional power sat with the Secret Service, local law enforcement, and ultimately the National Guard. They made the evacuation call. They controlled the perimeter. They had the authority to move the crowd. The attendees did not. That matters, because the central question is not who looked loudest on video. It is who had the legal and operational responsibility to protect the public when weather turned dangerous. What broke down? The breakdown was not mystery. It was refusal. According to the reporting, people ignored evacuation orders, rushed back toward the event after a stage announcement, and kept the scene unstable until uniformed force cleared it. That is not a weather story with incidental confusion attached. It is an obedience story, and a badly managed one at that. When a public event depends on emergency instructions being treated as optional, the event is already politically unserious. The frame tries to save the event. The loudest spectacle in the coverage is the stampede language, the viral video, the drama of bodies moving. That framing is convenient because it shifts attention away from the more revealing fact. A patriotic performance had become a test of whether a crowd would respect basic emergency authority. The event's own atmosphere invited that dysfunction. Chanting USA while refusing to leave a hazardous area is not civic unity. It is branding so hollow that it cannot even survive a thunderstorm. Spectacle over safety. This is the deeper pattern. The modern right keeps building public rituals around force, flags, and grievance, then acts short when those rituals produce contempt for institutions. The crowd is taught that the show matters more than procedure, more than expertise, more than safety instructions from officials. Then, when the inevitable emergency arrives, everyone pretends the disorder came from nowhere. It did not. It was baked into the event's politics. What this reveals. The real story is not a stampede. It is the collapse that follows when state power is used for pageantry instead of public competence. A serious government would not need a patriotic theater piece held together by crowd management and National Guard backup. The whole scene shows how authoritarian aesthetics feed administrative weakness, loud symbols, weak discipline, and a public trained to treat authority as performance until the moment that performance has to evacuate in the rain. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article. With the automated voice of Rizat, thanks for listening.